Los Angeles Chargers fans, I am here to fix your franchise with this 7 round mock draft. And first up, I'm getting you a superstar to replace Austin Eckler because, in my mind, doesn't feel like he's going to be on this team very much longer. Um, but get you someone better. Get you someone who does more than just score touchdowns. That is one Bijan Robinson. He is going to be a superstar. He should probably go a lot higher than this and probably will come draft night, but he was on the board when I got up to pick, and I ran to the podium to take him. Moving on to pick 54, a guy who, if you watch all of these mock drafts, I draft him a lot. It is Keanu Benton. I'm a big Keanu Benton guy. I think the guy is close to a first round talent. Like he's right in that top second round tier. Uh, he's one of the better defensive linemen, pure defensive linemen. He was played in nose at Wisconsin, but he's really a three tech who can kind of do it all. He's got speed, he's got power, he's got a good move set. I really do believe in Keanu Ben's potential in this league. And I think he can become a cornerstone for your defense. We all know that, Staley's a big defensive guy. So took a running back in the first round, figured I'd give Staley a bone here with one of my favorite defensive players in the class. But we're going back to the offensive side. You need a tight end. And I got a guy who was, as Tyler said, the Gronk of his competition level because he played in the FCS, and that is Tucker Craft, South Dakota State University. Go Jackrabbits. Tucker Craft really was the Gronk of his play level. His competition really just couldn't keep up with him. He was a focal point of that offense. Their rushing attack and their tight end were all that they did. Um, I see, with Justin Herbert, I think he can become a very, very good tight end pretty quickly. Um, and he can be a starter for you like right away at 85. That's not bad value for a starting player. Moving on, another guy who with Jaden Reed can become a star. With Jaden Reed can become a star. No, he is Jaden Reed, and I'm saying with Justin Herbert, Jaden Reed could become a star because he sits in zones. He knows how to play the position of wide receiver, and he can go up and get the ball. Even though he's short, he can go up and get the ball. He can make people miss in space. He's got a clutch factor like most receivers don't have in this class. Jaden Reed is probably one of the most underrated wide receivers in this entire class. In my opinion, it's him and Andre Yosivash. But I'm taking Jaden Reed here at 125. I think that's great value. And I'm also taking the guy who, in our interview with Jaden said that this was the best DB he went up against all week of the Senior Bowl. And that is one Mekhi Blackman. Mekhi Blackman is a very technical, very smart. He knows how to read a quarterback. He knows how to read a wide receiver's legs, his movement, his feet, his hips, his body weight. He is a tactician, and that is what I think you're kind of missing. Got Asante Samuel, who's a ball hawk type guy, hard hitting guy. Get him a guy like Mekhi Blackman who can fill in for you, gives you a change of pace. He's almost like a curveball that you can throw at teams at 156. You're not looking for him to be a full-time starter right away. But if he can be that curveball, that off-speed pitch, he could make a huge effect for your defense. Next up is Lonnie Phelps, who right away is going to have special teams value. This is a guy who's going to come in and take people's heads off on punt coverage. He is a mauler, speed edge with strength, he doesn't really have a move set, but he'll beat you. Like that's what he does. He beats people. You throw him in when one of your big edge rushers gets tired, and he can maybe make a offensive tackle miss because they're expecting, the bigger bodies who come straight at them. And Phillips will run around you. Like he's fast, even though he's got a little bit of girth to him. He's still super fast, super athletic. And I think at 200, that's a crazy good pick. I think his special teams value will get him drafted, and that's what gets him drafted here. And at 239, your final pick is Anthony Bradford, offensive lineman, from LSU. Kind of a throwaway pick, not necessarily a throwaway pick, but there's just best player available type thing. I think he's got potential, but he's not really going to be, a superstar guard for you. He's just going to kind of be there. But that's what you're looking for at 239. Somebody who can be there and take snaps for you. That is all for this Chargers mock draft. Make sure you stay locked into We Ball this draft week.